Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam. Thanks for hanging out with me again today. And today I want to have, just a discussion. Recently, Tamiya has announced the new Hotshot 2 coming out, and it is a Blockhead edition. Now, when the Wild One came out, I got really excited. I had known about the Wild One, and, it looked cool. I liked it. But then this one came out, and it was just so vastly different than anything I had seen before. So I really liked it. And, immediately went out and ordered one. There were some things about the kit that I wasn't a huge fan of, especially these rear number plates back here that are just kind of, added on. They didn't redesign the cage to make them work correctly. And, it just felt odd. That was the only thing I really had to complain about this kit. I know a lot of guys did not like the open roof in here, but, for what it is, it worked. I really like the size and overall shape of this. It's a very scaled buggy. Now, jumping over to the Hotshot, and I don't have a Hotshot 2, not very many people do. And I think that's kind of one of the stirs of kind of what's going on with this. I would personally want a Hotshot 2 because it's a kit that, I can't afford to go out and buy a new in-box, original or even just an original build. They're just terribly expensive. And I would have personally liked to have, the Hotshot 2 as it was. And I think the kind of forced changes that they made, I think are, turning some people off. And there are a few things on there that, I'm not terribly happy with. One is the redesign of the cage. This to me is the Hotshot. That slammed down forward slanting roof that, is kind of ridiculous. The driver would see, like this much out in front of him. But, it just gives it that low, look to it. And by putting a cage on here that is much more like this, to me, it's not the Hotshot. But I could probably get over that. The other thing is, why did they come out with something that looks so close to this? That's what probably gets me the most. It doesn't seem like it was very innovative. It's the same, and I get Blockhead's colors are the blue and white and yellow. I get it. That's fine. Incorporate blue and white and yellow, but don't make it look so much like the one you just did. The preliminary pictures where it had like the red stripe in it and everything like that, that kind of looked kind of cool. It had that cool old school STP look that I think he originally went for, but then they kind of redid it to make it look like this. And again, the other thing I don't like about it is the number plates. Why are they screwed onto the side of the buggy? Could you have not come up with a better mounting design? You could have done what you did here with the hidden screws behind and just put them on with nuts. Why did you have to put two giant obvious, we're just going to bolt this to the side and to the hood? That I didn't get. I'm not knocking it. I'm sure when this came out, I was all on board with this, and there was thousands and thousands of other people be like, why are you going to ruin original? Why did you do this? Why did you do this? I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to badmouth the Blockhead thing. I'm not trying to, blow anybody's excitement out of the water with this. I just don't understand why you're taking design features out of the original kit and then, just kind of doing what feels like a copy-paste paint job onto it. I love this car. It's a cool, awesome car. It came with the light buckets, and I put lights in it, front and rear, and, I made it kind of my own with, the Blockhead styling. That was cool. The new Hotshot 2, I think, and again, this is my opinion, so please don't, bombard me in the comments of, Adam's an idiot or whatever. And everybody is deserving of their own opinion. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. And that goes with kind of all of Tamiya's styling. They have always done kind of whatever they wanted to do out in left field and make up their own way, and it's worked for them. And this one, I feel that, I don't know, there just wasn't that initiative to make it awesome. They just made it. I don't know. Again, it's my thing. I just, to me, like I said, that forward slant roof, that aggressive, this thing has a ton of ground clearance, but when you look at it, you just see low and mean. And this one, has roughly the same ground clearance, but it is a much thicker, chunkier buggy. And when you see this, you see, oh, that is just like, a scale, realistic buggy from back in the 70s, early 80s that, you would have seen running the Mint, or you would have seen running Baja or something like that. This was a reproduction of a buggy. This is a fantasy buggy that, Tamiya threw their own styling on. They have crazy shocks, front and rear. They have all this craziness going about it. This wild forward catch sway bar design. I don't want them to reinvent the wheel. I don't want them to reinvent the wheel at all. I want a Hotshot 2. And are we going to get a Hotshot 2? I really, really hope so. I hope people in Tamiya HQ are listening going, oh, they really wanted the original one. Yes, we did. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm not trying to, badmouth Blockhead, badmouth Tamiya. I love them. And I think they did an excellent job on this one. It just feels like this other one was just kind of done. It wasn't done as well as it should have been. And I get, they wanted to make it look more like a buggy, but this is never going to look like a buggy. It's going to be that fantasy RC buggy. This is a kind of a classic reproduction of something that, could have been seen racing around. This, not so much. So I just wanted to put this out there and just see what you guys thought. I've seen kind of conflicting things. I've seen some polls here and some surveys there. It's kind of going one way or the other. But predominantly, it seems like most of the stuff I've seen is everybody's leaning towards kind of that original Hotshot 2 is what everybody would have preferred. So just drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are you guys in the same, kind of wish we had an original coming back, or are you guys super excited about the Blockhead, or are you kind of in the middle and on the fence? You could go either way, but you'll have to see it when it comes out. I hope they do better on this release than they did with this Blockhead release, and I hope they have already made a ton of them and are shipping them out and going to have a bunch ready for the launch of this, because I think if they bomb another launch, with the Blockhead edition, that may be the nail in the coffin for it. So many people wanted this when it came out, and I know there's some people that are still waiting a year later for back orders to show up. So I'm hoping they did it better this time, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, just a quick one today. I'm just rambling on at this point. So everybody out there, you guys be happy, be healthy, be safe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See ya.